Hey guys, Zoidbergenstein here with another of my Planetside 2 solo pub tutorials. Today, we're going to be taking a look at fighting on low population bases. So we're talking 1 to 12 against 1 to 12, occasionally 12 to 24, but we really want to focus on fighting with just yourself on a point against maybe 5 or 6 enemies. To begin, you want to find a base that says 1 to 12 that's already being capped. If it's not being capped, then you really don't know if there are actually people on that point. They could be off in vehicles somewhere else, they could be in sides up above the point, and you're not guaranteed a fight. If it is being capped, however, you know that you can get on that point and get a fight. For this base, I'm going to roll out my Sunderer because it adds a lot of protection. Now this is me kind of being silly. I try to jump that and I fail miserably, almost kill my Sundy. Instead of jumping out, I just let it roll down this hill and I decide, you know what, I'm just going to go with it. Now Sundies are actually very tanky vehicles if you haven't used them before. It takes a lot of damage to kill them, and they do a lot of damage when you ram someone. I jokingly call my Sunderer Gravedigger because I like to go for those monster truck kills, and you're going to see exactly how that works here. I see a harasser parked next to a wall. I'm going to ram him in the back and move him directly into that wall, which is going to get that instant kill every single time. After I get the kill, I see a lightning out there, and I actually travel around my Sunderer in the wrong direction. Instead of exposing myself to that lightning, I should have gone around the other side of my Sunderer and immediately taken cover. I do end up making it out of there. I get around a wall, and I'm going to try and find a different angle than they might be expecting to push into this point. I jump up these boxes, and I prepare to breach. As I come through the door, I'm going to look at all the different corners, but then my eye spots this Zoe Max who doesn't appear to be moving. I think he might be AFK, but I don't want to find out, so I toss that C4, which I really thought was going to kill him, and when it doesn't, I pull out my tar. I have no real chance to run away from that Max. I know I've done a lot of damage to him, so I just try and shoot him down before he kills me. Had I turned around and run away, he would have killed me before I got out that door. Now, as I follow this infiltrator, I've done a poor job checking the rest of this base, and another Max pops out behind me and gets that kill. This base, however, still actually looks very good. There aren't that many Vanu here, and I think that I can come back in and really do a good job picking up some more kills. When you're deciding if you want to go back into a point or not, use that map. I see that there's just under a minute left on that point, and we've got about equal population. So there's a very good chance that I can get in there and secure that point. At this time in my push, I need to be very conscious of the clock. I have 44 seconds to get a cap, so I can push in aggressively if there's no one on point. If there are people on point, I'm going to back out and try and go around. I see that Max there. He does get some damage out of me, and that's not a fight that I feel like I can win. So I go around, I take a look at the clock again. I've got 30 seconds left here. I wait for my shields to start coming back, and then I breach the door and start moving towards point. Someone else is up there flashing it, but I see he goes down, so I'm going to toss that revive grenade and try and get him back up so that I have some company on this point. After I throw the revive grenade, I push through and try and set up a crossfire on that door. Unfortunately, I don't go far enough, and my angle hits my friendly teammate there in the back. That's something that I could have easily avoided and had some help on this point. Now, I've shown myself on the other staircase, so I'm going to run down and try and flank this Max. Someone does end up following me, so I jump, try and go over him where it's going to be harder for him to shoot, pull out my pistol, which is a better gun on the move, and I burn him down. I've shown myself on those stairs now, so again, I'm going to switch it up, keeping an eye on the clock. There are about 8 seconds left, so I know that this time I actually have to get on that point. I unload one magazine into the Max, and I know that this is when I have to go. I push onto the point, and with 0 seconds left on the clock, I start the flash, and we don't lose Zervin Pump Station. Even though we've got the point back, I know that there's still a Max alive somewhere up there, and that more reinforcements could be coming in from that Sunday out to my southeast. I go up the stairs looking for where I think the Max might be. I get lucky and I find him. Now, I know that he's got no engineer up there, and he's probably very weak, so I can just win that one-on-one fight. I do see that there are more people flashing that point. I saw 3 people down there when I peeked, so I burned the first one, I killed the second one, and then I end up picking up the third with my magazine of tar. Once those guys are down, I'm going to pick up my friend again, I'm going to get on the point, again keeping very close eye on that time, and we're going to cap it back. When you're doing something like this, it's vitally important that you're noticing that time. Once that clock is about to expire, it doesn't matter how many people are on point, you have to push it if you want to save the base. Likewise, you don't have to push until that very last moment to save the base. Had I pushed early, there were 3 people on that point and they probably would have gotten the kill on me. In our next example, we're going to be doing something very similar. This is another double-decker building with 1 to 12 Vanu that are trying to take the point. I'm going to do a mossy drop with my ejection seat, jump on top of this building where I don't think that they're going to be expecting me, and try and find some people. As it turns out, there is one right there on that point, and I burn him. It's very important that I don't push too early here because there are going to be more people that are going to start coming back to the point as they hear gunfire. I take advantage of them moving into my shots, and I get a very easy triple kill. I'm going to continue to try and set up angles where I have the advantage here. I know that anyone could still be pushing this from any angle, so I'm going to go check these stairs. I don't see anyone here, so I'm going to move through to the crossover and check the other door. When I check it, I see that there's a lot of scythe spam coming, which I don't like, so I'm going to move back. I decide to check this door one more time, find a medic coming through, and pick up this final kill. Now it appears that there aren't many more people on that point, so I'm going to redeploy and head out, saving my KDR. My next point is going to be a biolab outlier. I'm a really big fan of pushing these biolab outliers because what ends up happening is a lot of people that are at the biolab will see that the point is flashing and they'll come back to you. When they're running into your fire, it's much easier to pick up kills that are going to be very easy. Now I am in a Banshee ready for a Mossy drop, so I try and pick up a few kills here and I actually do a really bad job. I slow down, I get shot by that mosquito, I don't even realize what's going on, and I drop too far out of the base, which means I have a little bit longer run than I would like. Fortunately, in this scenario, there's no one there ready to camp me, and I do end up making it to the point. Once I'm on the point, I'm going to start flashing it. Because I am actually trying to capture this base, I'm going to stay on the point and not just flash it. There are 2 points of entrance where they can hit me on this point. There's this front gate that I'm looking at right now, where I find one guy and almost pick up that kill, and there's one behind me. Now I'm trying to Araxium this Commissioner right now with 80% accuracy, so I pull that out and finish him. I probably should have kept my tar out there if I was really trying hard, but sometimes you've just got to have fun in the game. I'm going to continue to check the front and back exits because I know that's where they're going to come from. Now, I don't see anyone coming onto the point, so I am going to try and move out and pick up a couple revives here. When you're playing solo, always go for those revives when you can. Keeping people alive is going to give you those numbers on the point that you need to win those fights and keep those KDRs up. I continue checking the spawn where I see people. As soon as I start getting shot, I'm going to move back to safety. Being out in the open like that is the fastest way for me to lose my streak on this base. I decide that I'm going to check this angle, and I do end up seeing one. I don't see that infiltrator because I'm in HSNV, but I fortunately get that kill before he's able to drop me. I peek back out because I continue to hear gunfire, and I get lucky again. This medic shouldn't have pulled out his revive tool right there. He should have continued to shoot knowing I was there, and I pick up that kill. I'm again making people come into me. By camping behind these boxes, I can choose when I want to engage, and I can get the first couple shots in. In a game with a TTK as low as Planetside 2, if I can get the first couple shots, I'm almost guaranteed to win in a firefight. When I push out for this revive, I'm going to turn the corner and check the front, but I don't check my side fast enough. It ends up costing me my life, and that's something that's very important to remember, guys. Whenever you're going for a revive like that, make sure you check all the angles. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I think there are a couple things that you can probably take away from it. The first is really work your maneuvering when you're trying to take back one of these bases. When you're in a double-decker building, push up one set of stairs, get a kill, and then back down. Push up the other set of stairs, get a kill, and then back down, and then keep them off guard. You can either push back up those same stairs or go back to your original stairs. Just do something where you think you're not going to be expected. The second thing to keep in mind is try and make people come to you. If someone is sprinting at you and you've got your sights up ready to shoot him, you're going to get 3 or 4 bullets off on a guy before he's going to get one off on you, and that's going to give you a huge advantage in any firefight. Like always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please subscribe on YouTube, like it as well, and if you want to keep up with NUC and everything we have going on with MLG and Planetside 2 esports, follow me on Twitter at Zoidbergenstein. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next solo pub tutorial.